China's military drills grow larger and closer to Taiwan with each passing year. The message from Beijing is clear. It intends to reunify with Taiwan, by force if necessary. The world watches as tensions rise between two superpowers. But why is Taiwan so critical to both China and the United States? For China, Taiwan is more than just an island. It's seen as a piece of its historical identity, one that needs to be reclaimed to complete the rejuvenation of the Chinese nation. Chinese officials refer to Taiwan as a breakaway province and have openly stated that reunification is inevitable. But for the U.S., Taiwan is a crucial ally. Despite recognizing Beijing as the legitimate government of China since the 1970s, the U.S. maintains informal ties with Taiwan, selling it arms and supporting its defense. In a potential military conflict, the U.S. has hinted that it might intervene to defend Taiwan. Why is Taiwan so important to both nations? Its location is key. Taiwan lies just 130 kilometers off China's coast, surrounded by vital shipping routes like the Taiwan Strait to the west and the Bashi Channel to the south. These waterways are essential for global trade, especially for China, which relies on these routes to access the Pacific. Almost all of the world's largest container ships pass through these waters. Control over Taiwan would give China a strategic advantage, allowing it to project power further into the Pacific, while also securing its coastline from foreign military influence. For the U.S., Taiwan is a critical piece in the First Island Chain strategy, which includes bases in South Korea, Japan, and the Philippines. This strategy is designed to contain China's naval ambitions and protect U.S. allies in the region. Taiwan, positioned in the heart of this chain, is pivotal for maintaining the balance of power in East Asia. The U.S. has strengthened its military cooperation with regional allies like Japan and the Philippines. Recent military drills in the Philippines, just miles from Taiwan's southern waters, send a clear signal to Beijing. The U.S. will not back down in this region. China, in turn, is modernizing its military at an unprecedented pace, launching its most advanced aircraft carriers and expanding its naval fleet. The goal? To challenge U.S. dominance in the Pacific and break through the island chain. But it's not just about military positioning. Taiwan is also a global economic powerhouse, thanks to one company, TSMC, the Taiwan Semiconductor Manufacturing Company. TSMC produces 90% of the world's most advanced microchips. These chips are crucial for everything from smartphones to military technology. Both China and the U.S. are deeply dependent on these semiconductors for their economies and security. Losing access to Taiwan's semiconductors could cripple China's technological ambitions, while also weakening U.S. industries that rely heavily on advanced chips. This economic reliance only deepens the strategic importance of Taiwan. Taiwan's complex political status stems from a civil war in the late 1940s. After the communist victory on mainland China, the nationalist government fled to Taiwan, setting up a separate regime. Since then, Taiwan has developed into a vibrant democracy, while China remains a one-party state. Despite this, most of the world, including the U.S., adheres to the One China policy, recognizing Beijing as the legitimate government. Today, Taiwan thrives as one of Asia's most progressive democracies. It boasts free elections, civil liberties, and was the first in Asia to legalize same-sex marriage. Yet, under constant threat from China, Taiwan's future remains uncertain. For many Taiwanese, the island's political status is a delicate issue. While some favor closer ties with China, the majority prefer maintaining the current status quo, balancing relations with both Beijing and Washington. But as U.S.-China tensions escalate, many fear Taiwan's voice may be drowned out by the interests of these two superpowers. In the end, Taiwan's location, economy, and democratic values make it a flashpoint in the U.S.-China rivalry. Neither nation is willing to back down. And for now, Taiwan stands at the center of a high-stakes geopolitical chessboard, its fate hanging in the balance.